Stop scrolling for just a moment and think about this. Time is the one thing every human on this planet has in equal measure. No matter your background, your bank account, or your dreams, you and every icon you admire have exactly 24 hours today. That's it. No more, no less. The question is, what are you doing with yours? This isn't about cliches or empty hype. This is real. Whether you're grinding through a 9-to-5, chasing a side hustle, raising kids, or battling your inner doubts, the clock keeps moving. Jeff Bezos, 24 hours. Serena Williams, 24 hours. You, the same 24. Success doesn't come from magic, luck, or some secret formula. It's built minute by minute in the way you choose to use your time. If you're ready to break limits, if you're done making excuses, you're in the right place. This is your wake-up call to take control of your 24 hours and reshape your future, starting today. Smash that like button, share this message with someone who needs it, and subscribe for daily motivation that pushes you to stay hungry, stay focused, and keep rising. Your time starts now. Let's go. Let's be honest. There are days when you feel stuck, like no matter how hard you push, life just keeps throwing walls in your way. You see people winning, building, living the dream, and you start to wonder if they have some secret you don't. But here's the truth most people overlook. The single greatest advantage you have, the most powerful tool at your disposal, is your time. And it's the same tool every successful person has used to build their future, no matter where they started. Think about someone like Howard Schultz, who grew up in public housing and worked his way up to build Starbucks into a global brand. Or J.K. Rowling, who was a single mom living on welfare before she wrote the Harry Potter series. They weren't handed shortcuts. What they did have, what you have, is 24 hours each day. And while they couldn't change their circumstances overnight, they could change how they used their hours. That's what made the difference. It's easy to feel powerless when you don't see instant results. You put in the effort, and you want the payoff now. But the hidden power of time is that it compounds. 10 minutes a day of learning a new skill might feel insignificant, but over a year, that's 60 hours. Imagine what you could build in 60 focused hours. Whether it's mastering a language, learning to code, or writing the first draft of your book. Every expert you admire started as a beginner who made the quiet, daily decision to keep going. We live in a world obsessed with quick wins and overnight success stories. But the reality is different. Time is the ultimate test. What you do consistently over days, weeks, months, that's where real growth happens. It's not about finding giant chunks of free time. It's about maximizing the small moments that add up. Kobe Bryant didn't become a legend because he had more hours than his competitors. He became Kobe because he squeezed every drop of value out of his hours, whether it meant arriving at the gym before dawn or shooting until midnight. And you don't have to be chasing sports or fame for this to apply. Maybe your goal is to be a present parent, to build a side business, or to reclaim your health. The same rule applies. You might only have 30 minutes a day to dedicate to your goal. But if you protect and honor those 30 minutes fiercely, they can change your life. The key is to stop waiting for ideal conditions. The perfect time will never come. What matters is what you do with what you have right now. Take Sarah, a friend of mine who worked a full-time corporate job and dreamed of becoming a therapist. Her schedule was packed and her energy drained by the end of each day. But she carved out 1 hour every night, just 1 hour, to study, take online courses, and prepare for her next step. It wasn't glamorous and it wasn't easy, but 2 years later, she was certified and started her own practice. It didn't happen through luck. It happened because she respected her time, even when life was hectic. The beauty of time is that it's the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't care about your background, your failures, or your fears. The richest person in the world cannot buy more of it, and the strongest athlete can't stretch it. All you have to do is claim it. And when you realize that, you stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances. You start seeing yourself as the architect of your own future. This is your permission to let go of the guilt of not being there yet. The real question isn't where you are today, it's what you're building with today. Every hour is a seed. Some days will be messy, some days will be magic, but every day that you plant and nurture those seeds, you're shaping the person you're becoming. It's time to flip the script on how you see your day. You're not too busy to pursue your dreams. You're in control of choosing what matters most and finding the cracks of opportunity that already exist in your schedule. Maybe it means waking up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it means saying no to distractions that don't serve you. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things over and over with relentless commitment. When you look back a year from now, what story do you want to tell? That you waited for circumstances to change, or that you took charge of your 24 hours and changed your own life? You have everything you need within you right now. The power is in your hands, and it starts with today. This is your time to rise. Don't let it slip by. It's easy to talk about success in big, bold terms, but if you really want to know where your life is headed, you don't need a fortune teller or a 5-year plan. All you need is an honest look at one thing: how you're spending your day. Your daily actions are the raw, unfiltered truth of your future, and sometimes that truth is hard to face. Imagine this: if someone filmed you for 24 straight hours, what would that footage reveal? Would it show someone locked in, laser-focused on building a dream? Or would it tell a different story of endless scrolling, distractions, and busy work that feels productive but leads nowhere? That camera doesn't lie. It captures every choice, every minute wasted or invested. And that footage? That's the movie of your life in progress. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Success is rarely about huge breakthroughs. It's about the small, seemingly insignificant decisions you make when no one is watching. That extra hour of sleep instead of a workout. That impulse to binge watch instead of learning something new. These choices don't seem life-altering in the moment, but over time, they carve the path you're walking. So here's your challenge, and I mean it. No sugarcoating, no excuses. Write down your exact schedule for today. Every single thing. What time you woke up, how long you took to get ready, what you did at work, how much time you spent on social media, Netflix, YouTube, how many hours you actually focused on your goals, versus how much time you lost to distractions. Don't edit it to make yourself look better. This isn't for anyone else, it's for you. Now look at that schedule like it's a blueprint for your future. If you kept living this exact same day over and over, where would it lead you in a year? In 5 years? Does it look like the daily routine of someone chasing greatness or someone settling for comfort? The truth can sting, but it can also set you free. I've seen this play out in real life. My friend Mark used to talk a lot about wanting to build his own brand. He had big ideas, big dreams. But when we sat down and looked at his day-to-day schedule, the reality hit hard. He was spending hours scrolling TikTok, getting lost in podcasts that were more entertainment than education, and networking in ways that didn't move him forward. His vision and his actions didn't match, and that disconnect was the reason he felt stuck. But here's the beautiful part. The solution wasn't some massive overhaul. It was a tiny, intentional shift. He started by reclaiming just 30 minutes a day to work on his brand. Every single day, no exceptions. Then he pushed that to an hour. Within a few months, things started moving. His vision became real because his daily habits finally aligned with his goals. The difference between winning and staying stuck is often just 1% shifts. Those tiny tweaks that feel small but add up to massive change over time. Want proof? If you improve just 1% a day, in 1 year, you'll be 37 times better than when you started. That's exponential growth, and it starts with the simplest of choices. Your daily audit is your wake-up call. It forces you to face what's really happening beneath your intentions, and it gives you the power to course correct before weeks, months, or even years slip by. Don't underestimate the impact of small wins stacked day after day. They are the building blocks of greatness. Right now, you have two options. You can keep telling yourself that someday you'll get serious, that next week or next month will be different, or you can own your time today. It starts with brutal honesty, with holding up that mirror and asking, am I truly doing everything I can to step into the life I say I want? The clock is ticking, whether you act or not. But the moment you choose to act, to truly own your hours, you begin to rewrite the script. You step into the version of yourself who doesn't just dream, but builds. You become the person who shows up every day on purpose. This is your chance to break free from old patterns. The question is, what will your audit reveal? And more importantly, what will you do with that truth? So, now that you've faced the brutal honesty of your daily audit, here's the next step that takes your power to a whole new level. Building non-negotiables into your day. This is where the game truly changes. Because let's be real, knowing where your time goes is only the first part. The real shift happens when you decide with absolute clarity that certain things are non-negotiable, no matter how chaotic life gets. We all know life is unpredictable. One minute you're fired up and focused, the next minute you're buried under emails, family emergencies, or sheer exhaustion. That's exactly why non-negotiables are crucial. They keep you grounded when everything else feels out of control. These are the daily actions that become your baseline, your personal contract with yourself. They make sure you keep moving forward, even when motivation disappears. Take someone like David Goggins, for example. He's a man who's built his entire brand around relentless self-discipline. Whether it's running ultramarathons or pushing through grueling Navy SEAL training, Goggins' secret isn't superhuman talent. It's the commitment to his non-negotiables. Show up every day, no excuses. Or look at Mel Robbins. Her famous 5-second rule came from a period in her life when she was stuck and spiraling. Her non-negotiable? Count down from 5 and take action immediately. Every single time her brain tried to sabotage her progress. And it doesn't have to be extreme. One of my close friends, Emily, works a full-time job, is raising 2 young kids, and still manages to stay connected to her personal goals. Her non-negotiables? A 20-minute at-home workout, reading 10 pages of a book before bed, and a 5-minute gratitude practice in the morning. She's been hitting these marks for over a year now, and the transformation in her mindset and energy is undeniable. She told me, "It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about making sure I never completely disconnect from what matters to me." That's the beauty of non-negotiables. They scale to your life. Some days you'll have the time and energy to crush big goals. Other days, you'll barely have room to breathe. But as long as you hit your core commitments, you win the day. And those small wins build momentum, and momentum, my friend, is the fuel that powers lasting change. Right now, I want you to pause and really think. What are your non-negotiables? Not the things you hope to get around to, but the core actions that, no matter what, you will not compromise on. It could be as simple as 15 minutes of movement, 10 minutes of learning, and a few moments of deep reflection or prayer. The key is consistency, because streaks matter. Once you start stringing those wins together, you build unshakable confidence, and that's where breakthroughs begin. So here's your next challenge. Write down your 3 non-negotiables today. Commit to them fully, and when you've got them, I want you to share your list in the comments below. Why? Because accountability is powerful, and when you say it out loud, you bring it to life. Plus, you never know who you might inspire just by sharing your commitment. If you're feeling fired up and ready to take real ownership of your time, do me a favor. Hit that like button to let me know this message landed for you, and share this video with someone in your life who's ready to level up too. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the daily motivation that keeps you moving forward, no matter what. This is where the shift happens. You've looked in the mirror, you've mapped out your day, and now you're building the foundation for unstoppable momentum. In the next part, we're going to tackle one of the biggest traps that holds people back, the lie of perfect timing. Trust me, this is a mindset you must break if you're serious about growth. Get ready, we're just getting started. Let's be honest with ourselves. How many times have you said, "I'll start when the timing is better"? We've all been there. We tell ourselves we're too busy, too tired, broke, too overwhelmed. We convince ourselves that if we just wait a little longer until we have more time, more energy, more resources, then we'll finally take that leap, chase that goal, and build the life we want. But here's the raw truth most people don't want to admit. The right time is a myth. It's a convenient story we tell ourselves to feel better about standing still. And if we're not careful, we'll be telling that same story 5 years from now, wondering why nothing has changed. The people you look up to, the ones living out their dreams, they didn't have perfect circumstances. They didn't wait until life was calm, easy, or predictable. They started in the middle of the mess, in the cracks of their busy, imperfect lives, when no one was watching and no one was cheering them on. They didn't have extra hours in the day, and they didn't have secret resources. What they had was a decision to act, even when it was uncomfortable, even when it was far from perfect. Take Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She didn't have experience in fashion, didn't have connections, and started her business while selling fax machines door to door. She spent nights and weekends working on her idea, often exhausted from her day job. She didn't wait for a sign or for things to feel easier. She made time when it didn't exist and built her empire step by step, mistake by mistake. Or look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He talks openly about being broke at 23, living with just $7 in his pocket and feeling like a complete failure. Did he wait until he had financial security or the perfect opportunity? No. He worked with what he had, chasing every small chance to get better, to build momentum, and to grow. Today, he's one of the most successful entertainers and entrepreneurs on the planet. But it all started with imperfect action, long before success seemed possible. And it's not just celebrities or entrepreneurs. I have a friend named Mike who always dreamed of running marathons but kept putting it off because he was too busy with work and family. One day, something shifted. He realized there would never be a time when his schedule magically opened up. So he started small. He ran around the block after dinner, even when he was tired, even when it felt pointless. A year later, he crossed the finish line of his first marathon. His life didn't suddenly get easier. He just stopped waiting. That's the lesson we all need to hear. Your breakthrough is hidden in today's ordinary, unglamorous hours. It's buried in the 15 minutes you carve out before bed to work on your side hustle. It's in the early mornings when you write a few lines of that book you've been dreaming about. It's in the quiet moments when you choose to practice, to learn, to grow. Even when no one is watching and it feels like nothing is happening, we have to stop buying into the lie that we need everything lined up before we can make progress. Perfectionism is a clever form of procrastination. It tricks us into believing we're being smart or cautious, but really, it's just fear wearing a mask. The truth is, imperfect action will always beat perfect intentions. You can plan, dream, and strategize all you want, but none of it matters until you take that first step. And keep taking steps, no matter how small or messy they are. I want you to think about something you've been putting off because you're waiting for the right time. Maybe it's starting a business, getting back in shape, learning a new skill, or healing a relationship. Now ask yourself, what's really stopping you? Is it a true obstacle, or is it just the story you're telling yourself? Chances are you have everything you need to begin right now, even if it's not perfect. Here's the challenge. Do one thing today that moves you closer to that goal. It doesn't have to be big or dramatic. Send that email, make that call, sign up for that class. Take the first step, no matter how small. And once you do, you'll realize something powerful. You don't need perfect conditions to make progress. You just need to get moving. When you look back months or years from now, you won't remember how messy or uncertain it felt at the start. You'll just be grateful you found the courage to begin. Because every achievement, every milestone, every breakthrough, you'll trace it back to this moment. The one where you finally stopped waiting and decided to act. And if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and comment below with the action you're taking today. Let's build a community that refuses to wait for life to be perfect and instead takes bold, imperfect action every single day. Your time is now. The question is, are you ready to step into it? Let's pause for a moment and look ahead. Picture yourself 5 years from now. What do you see? More importantly, what story are you telling yourself and others about this season of your life? Are you talking about the dreams you chased, the bold moves you made, the challenges you overcame? Or are you explaining why you stayed in your comfort zone? Why you let fear or doubt keep you on the sidelines? Why you coasted when you could have climbed? The truth is, every single day you live is not just a block of time to get through. It's an investment into your dreams, your health, your relationships, your peace of mind. Every hour you spend is either building your legacy or letting it slip away. The hard part? We don't always feel the weight of that in the moment. It's so easy to fall into survival mode, to check off tasks, to let days blur together. But years from now, when you look back, you will feel it. You'll either feel pride or regret. I think about my friend Angela, who hit rock bottom in her early 30s. She had a job that drained her, a lifestyle that was wearing her down, and a growing list of dreams she kept shelving for someday. One day, sitting alone in her apartment after another exhausting week, she asked herself the question we all need to face. If nothing changes, where will I be in 5 years? The answer scared her. So she made a radical decision, not to quit her job or change her life overnight, but to stop wasting her 24 hours. She carved out time every single day to build her side business, to work on her health, to reconnect with her purpose. 5 years later, she's running her own company, thriving physically and emotionally, and living a story she's proud to tell. That's the power of legacy mode. It's a mindset shift from how do I get through today to what am I building today that my future self will thank me for. It's about playing the long game, even when the short term feels hard or unrewarding. And it's about understanding that your life is the sum of your choices, your habits, your moments of courage and commitment. Look at someone like Matthew McConaughey. Early in his career, he was typecast in romantic comedies. Easy money, global fame, but deep down, he knew it wasn't the story he wanted to tell for the rest of his life. So he took a risk. He turned down roles, disappeared from the spotlight, and waited for the kind of work that aligned with his deeper purpose. That move, that commitment to his own legacy, led to his Oscar-winning performance in Dallas Buyers Club, and a career that's now defined by depth and impact, not just fame. Or consider a man like Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, years that could have been written off as wasted or lost. But he didn't let those hours slip away. He invested them in learning, in reflecting, in becoming the kind of leader who could change a nation. His legacy was forged in the dark, quiet moments when no one was watching, and it's a legacy that still moves the world today. What about you? What's your story going to be? 5 years will pass whether you step up or not. Time doesn't pause because we feel stuck or scared. It keeps moving, and you have a choice. You can drift, reacting to whatever comes your way, or you can design your days with intention, building something meaningful, piece by piece. The good news is, legacy isn't built in one grand gesture. It's shaped by small, daily decisions. It's saying yes to the workout when you'd rather sleep in. It's choosing to spend 30 minutes reading something that grows you, instead of scrolling mindlessly. It's starting a business, writing a book, having a hard conversation, forgiving yourself, pushing one step further, even when it's hard. These moments might feel small now, but together, they write the story of your life. I want you to imagine your future self walking back into your life today. What advice would they give you? What choices would they tell you to make? I guarantee they wouldn't tell you to wait, to coast, to play it safe. They'd tell you to act now, to be bold, to pour your energy into what matters most. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, commit to living in legacy mode. Stop thinking of your 24 hours as something to get through. See them for what they really are, your shot to build a life you'll be proud of. Every day is a page in your story. Make it a story worth telling. And when you're ready to own that mindset, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, what's one action you're taking today that your future self will thank you for? Share this message with someone who needs a push to step into their legacy too. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you stay connected to this journey of growth and purpose. Because one day, you're going to look back. And when you do, I want you to be able to say, with zero hesitation, I didn't waste my shot, I gave it everything I had. So here we are, at the edge of everything we've talked about. Let's not sugarcoat it. Today's 24 hours are a gift, but they're also a test. Every single moment you have is loaded with potential. Potential to build, to grow, to push yourself closer to the life you want. But that potential is meaningless if you don't act on it. No one else is coming to rescue your dreams. No one else is going to step in and do the work for you. This is your time, your shot. And it's yours alone to claim. I know life gets messy. I know it's tempting to put things off, to tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, next week when things feel easier. But here's the truth you already know deep down. There is no perfect time. There's only one right now. These 24 hours you've been given today, they are your opportunity to prove to yourself what you're really made of. So take the challenge. Decide right here and now to make these hours count. Step up, push forward, build momentum. And when you hit that wall, and you will, remember that consistency beats perfection every single time. If you're ready to claim your 24 hours, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me the one action you're committing to today to move yourself forward. Declare it, own it, and hold yourself accountable. And if this message hits home for you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button and share it with someone you know who's ready to level up too. Let's build a community of action takers, not excuse makers. And of course, subscribe to stay connected. Every single day, we're here to fuel your drive, keep you focused, and remind you that you have everything you need inside you to succeed. This is your moment. Own it, win it, then get up tomorrow and do it again.